Welcome, dear students, to another class of our grammar English, wherein we will do active and passive, which we will do as a revision because this topic has always been part of grammar, and we therefore feel that if given a proper revision, you will definitely score a mark for it in the transformation topic, which will be your exam question. So your active passive basics I'll not give you because the basics, as I told you in earlier standards, we've done. But seeing at this subject object, transposing and using the participle form of the verb and all these basic things, and with the tenses, how we have to make use of the passive form or vice versa to active, what changes you to make you study. But just recall it over here with some sentence we will go through. So in the first sentence, the sentence goes like, he has missed the train. So here he has missed the train. So train, which is the object, will take it in the subject's place, and he becomes him, by is added, and been has been we will use. These three changes we will make as we have studied in the lower classes, wherein transformation of active to passive in grammar. So students, the train has been missed by him. So changes which you have made, you can recall the simple sentence. Here at your level of 9th and 10th standard, you have to have this basics of this active passive clear in your mind. This is a simple sentence wherein the transformation makes a passive form of this active sentence given over here. Also, interrogative form, when is given to you, at the time do did is used in the beginning. Do they speak French? At the time do is there, you will is always is starting with. Okay, so do they speak French? Is French spoken by them? So whatever rules related to passive we have implied over here, wherein spoken is the V3 form of the verb speak, that we have done. By we have used. So here hidden, they do they is there, so they we have made into them. So question as interrogative form in active passive also remains the same. So question and the meaning as well as the understanding of the sentence should not change. So do they speak French? Is French spoken by them? So this way the transformation we have done already. So this is a revision, right? So how the satisfaction of the grammatical components which we have to alter in the passive form, here also you understood, I think, because negative sentence remains negative. You can't change the interrogative form in the passive, and therefore the satisfaction of that grammatical point all we have done in the negative sentence, if you recall. Again, the negative sentence of this type, I've taken more negative sentence because you get the idea of the negative remains negative, and this type of sentence can be asked in the passive form generally more in exams. So was he reading a book? Was he reading the book? So was remains was negative. Was in the past tense. Was a book being? See, ing form is there, then being we have to use. Okay, so when continuous form of the verb is there in the sentence, what rule for sentences of the positive or types of assertive sentences are there, in their ing form, what rules were there, that same we have to follow here also. Was a book being read by him? Was a book being read by him? Read we have turned into the V3 form, read, and was a book, a book from the object's place we have brought to the subject's place value, and we have given he becomes him. By also we have added, was a book being read by him. So all the required alterations which we needed for passive were satisfied over here, and the interrogation form also we have maintained. So that satisfaction is also there. Compose this letter. See here, wherever compose this letter, in this there is a hidden subject. Who is to compose? That is not given at that time. The object, when you change this letter you bring over here let question. These are type of let questions which we call it in passive. So when let is used at that time, when the subject is absent, let this letter be composed. So composed over here is a V3 form of composed. So composed V3 form is given over here. So here you must have seen that whatever by we were using, we have not used the by over here. When let sentences are there, where passive form, then let this letter be composed by, that is not written. Okay, by whom or that. So let this letter be composed. Simple sentence of that type, this let sentences of passive. Where did you buy this pen from? The fifth sentence reads, where did you buy the pen from? So from we will bring over here, from where was this pen? Where was, all the words you see from the question itself. From where, was, why did is there, so was, did is past tense, so was, not is. We cannot use is. Where? So was this pen, this pen, by, you become the V3 from what? By you. From where was this pen bought by you? Where did you buy this pen from? Okay, so how we have substituted all the words mostly from the question itself. Only alteration of did, was, did we made was, and by we changed V3. We have changed to V3 form, that is bought, and by we have used in the passive. Okay. Then who wrote this speech? Who wrote this speech? This type of question is there. Then by whom? Always by who? Who is there? Then the rule is that by whom will be the starting of the passive. Who in the active, remember this rule, when who is in the active, by whom will be the passive to start in the passive sentence. By whom? By whom was this speech written? Wrote, written. Again, wrote is there, the past tense, so was we have written. Who wrote this speech? Be very careful. The rule I have told you, who's in the active, you have to start with by whom, WHOM, and wrote, written. Wrote, V3 form will be written, and was we have used over here, was written. So here this is the negative, in what we call it, the interrogative sentence transformation. So was and written are helping verb, and the V3 form are at a distance, as per the rule of grammar. By whom was this speech written? The wrote, written, speech. By whom was this speech written? It is equivalent to who wrote this speech. So this is active passive transformation. If this type of transformation is there, that means the transformation itself, as I told you earlier also, there should be no change in meaning that we have done over here. And with that, the important who type of sentence in active also, you must now be clear what changes we have made from the explanation, right? Moving to the next Seventh, the seventh sentence reads, one should respect one's elders. This question is, one should respect one's elders. The elders which is in the object place, we will take into the subject place, should be respected by everyone. No need to write by everyone. One should respect one's elders. Elders should be respected by whom? That is obvious, everyone. In the same way, we did in the fourth question on the last page, compose this letter. Let this letter be composed by whom? It is implied. You are not to use by over here. Okay. Then also it's passive. So you should not get confused that if I have not used by, then also this sentence becomes passive. Yes, absolutely. Only what we have not used is the by over here, and that is not needed. That is why elders should be respected by us, by all. The by all, no need to write. It's obvious. It's a universal that elders should be respected. So by whom is not necessary to be specified over here. I did not praise anyone. Nobody was praised by me. Easy it is. I did not. Nobody. I did not praise. Anybody becomes nobody was praised by me. I didn't praise anybody means nobody was. Anybody will change nobody. And did not is also was praised by me. Okay. So was why we used understood, because did not is the the past verb, and therefore in the passive also was is used, and praised becomes V3 form. Praised, by is there, and I becomes me. Okay, so that changes we have to make. He hurt his leg in an accident. His leg was hurt in an accident. See, he hurt his leg in an accident. His leg was hurt in an accident. So this much only you have to change it. This is the extra words. The main part is he and the leg. Okay, so here the object part and the subject part gets his leg over here. He becomes his leg was hurt by him. You're not right. He doesn't become him over here, because his leg was hurt in an accident by him. No, he hurt his leg, but we cannot write by him. खुद से उसने हर्ट नहीं किया है. यहाँ पे पैसिव में अगर आप लगाएंगे बाय हिम तो इट विल बी रॉन्ग सेंटेंस. ओके, तो हिज लैग वाज हर्ट बाय इन एन एक्सीडेंट. ओके, दैट इज इनफ. ही इज बाय हिम, ही का यहाँ पे हिम लिखा, दैट विल बी रॉन्ग, बिकॉज he himself, here the passive meaning will become that he is hurt by himself. So that is wrong, right? Someone was knocking at the door. Someone, knocking, ing form. Always whenever active to passive is there, you have to keep your eye very keen and see what is the verb given, whether it is present, past, ing form, or perfect form, what form it is. Otherwise verb transformation in the passive is wrong, then also your whole sentence, though the other changes you have made according to requirement of passive, but that will not do. So verb is also very important. So knock, wherever ing form is there, the door was being knocked by someone. Okay, that being knocked, the door was being knocked by someone. Someone is specified over here, so by someone we have to definitely write. Okay, by someone. So understood that this many. So with that, the below sentences you can copy in your the 3 sentence still here in your fair book and revise, so that you get the proper understanding of the active passive this is the revision part. We will go for the hard and more difficult type of active passive in the later part, because this is your initial understanding of the active passive. See you in the next class. Till then, goodbye.